Hello everyone, today we are doing this video to talk about common issues that you guys faces when using Zoom app. The first issue that we are going to talk about is how to change your name. When you are in a Zoom meeting, in order to change your name, there is an option called participants and select that. Once you click on it, it will open another window. At the top of that window, you will see your name. You can select these three dots, and by doing that you will see another option called rename and press on it, and you will get another pop-up window which will allow you to change your name. As you can see, you can change your name like this. But the thing is, when you change your name like this, it only applies to the Zoom meeting that you are currently in, right? But if you want to change your name for every meeting that you are going to participate in, you are going to have to do it like this. First, go to the Zoom app, click on this option, and in there you'll see another option called My Profile. Click on it and wait. It will redirect you to a Zoom website, their website, right? And from there you should be able to change your name. Just follow my steps. I will guide you through it. In here you should be able to see a option called edit, right? Press on it, and just like before, you should be able to change your name. Since we just want to change the name for the meetings that we are going to participate in, you should put your new name under display name option, and then just click save. As I said before, if you follow this option, you don't have to change your name for every meeting. But if you want to change your name according to the meeting, you should go for the first option. But I do recommend the second option. Also, you guys were given a registration number by our organizing committee. So when you're rename your display name, use that particular registration number. In this way, we will be able to recognize team members of each team. And the second issue that we are going to talk about is how to join a meeting. Usually there will be a link to join the Zoom meeting. But just in case if there was no link, I will show you how to join to a Zoom meeting. Alright, first I will leave this Zoom meeting, and then I will show you how to rejoin it without the Zoom link. Alright, once you open the Zoom app, you will see an interface like this. If you want to join a Zoom meeting, you have to click the join button. But before doing any of this, you should find the meeting ID and the passcode. Once you have that, just click on the join button and it will open a separate pop-up window. In that window, you will see your option to enter the meeting ID and the passcode. Just follow the steps on the screen. The next thing that we are going to talk about is how to share the screen. As I shown in the screen, there's an option called share just beside the mic icon. Select that option and you should be able to share the screen by doing so. The next thing that we are going to talk about is how to create the slides for the presentation. Usually, when creating a presentation, we should create the presentation in a formal way. And we should not add too many slides for the presentation. Also, we should not add too much information to a single slide. Have a look at this presentation. When I was creating this presentation, the first thing that I have done is select a formal and single background template for each slide. So as you can see, I have not added too many information onto the slide. I have just added some information in a point form so that I will be able to just explain them with my own memory. So everyone, go for this option rather than just putting all the information onto a slide and just read from it. Also, when we're creating these slides, we should keep that in mind that these slides should be creative, focused, and simple. Also, when we're making slides, we sometimes use transitions. But when you're creating a formal presentation, do not use those transitions. Since this is a formal presentation, you should not use any kind of animations. And also you should use photos, but you should not use too many photos. And also when selecting a font, it is clear and readable. And when it comes to font size, uh, for the title page you can use around 36 to 48. For the titles in other slides, use around 32. And for the content, use around 18 and 22. Also, you should be careful when selecting the colors, font colors. Always take into consideration That audience needs to see the content and use a font color that is visible when comparing with the background color. Always take these stuff into consideration when you're creating a presentation. Also, practice beforehand before going to the presentation. That is a must do. Otherwise, you might struggle at this presentation. Alright, these are the things that you need to consider when you creating a presentation. I will stop from here. Thank you.